What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about Jodie Turner-Smith. Jodie Turner-Smith is the actress who played Queen in the movie Queen and Slim. And it looks like people, Jodie's got some people in their feelings and a little shook because it turns out that Jodie Turner-Smith has been getting her swirl on for a minute now. And, she's married interracially to Pacey from Dawson's Creek. But seriously, though, she's married to the actress who played Pacey on Dawson's Creek. And he played other roles, too. But I feel like that's the role that people know how to get him by. Right, that role. That's the role that people know him by, right? So then, I don't know when this actually came out. I guess this came out seemingly very recently because this has become a topic of discussion within, Black social media, Black YouTube, Black Twitter, Black Instagram, etc. Right? And then I seen some of these comments from some Black women, I guess, who used to watch Dawson's Creek back in the day and whatever. I was like, oh, I didn't know that Pacey liked Black women. They ain't like, oh, I didn't know Pacey liked chocolate. But yeah, I kind of was a bit surprised by that too. And then people were like, oh, but good for them. But apparently, some people do got some issues with this, though, because they're like, nah, they ain't feeling it, Especially some Black men, but also, some Black women, who are Black male identified, those type of women, the mammy pick-me mules, the undercover, transvestites, undercover transsexuals, transgenders, type folk, women. But yeah. So some folks got some issues with that, and now the lynch mob has come about, and like we gotta lynch this Bedwench, right? The Black lynch mob, by the way, trying to lynch this Bedwench, right? You gotta teach her a lesson and make an example out of her, right? And I know Lonnie Love is like, whew, thank God the heat is off of me, right? Because really, this lynch mob was probably meant for Lonnie Love. But since Jodie Turner-Smith has been exposed for her bedwitching ways, now, the mob has like, let's get Jodie first and then we go after Lonnie later, right? So, Lonnie, you good for a minute, right? You good for a minute, but be prepared for that backlash. Be prepared for that lynch mob to come your way, all right? So, folks, got issues with it. So it's like, Jodie Turner, I guess, she was filling out her options or whatever, and she was like, okay, mammy or bedwench, pick me or bedwench, mule or bedwench. Bedwench, right? She's like, looking through her options, I guess she's like, she'll just take, the, the stares and the criticisms and, the social pariahisms of being a bedwench, I guess. And, again, folks got issues with that. And, folks are screaming like, Black love, Black love. What about Black love? What about Queen and Slim? It was supposed to be like that in real life, Jodie. Why did you lie to us, Jodie? That wasn't right, Jodie. We loved you, Jodie. So you're getting that shit, right? And particularly when it comes to the black men, I don't really see black love really being celebrated and exalted and all that, and really even mentioned, really, as far as black men are concerned, until a situation like with Jodie Turner Smith comes up. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, black love, we got to be down for the black community. This is not conducive to black power, and black liberation and prolonging the black gene pool. Jodie, you're washing away your blackness, sister. Pacey don't mean you no good, my sister. Don't let him wash away your beautiful black dark skin, sister. Your beautiful black hair, sister. Black power, right? And it's like, that's really nice and wonderful. But it's like, you don't really hear those things when it counts. You feel me? And I think that's a part of this discussion, or a part of this that really needs to be talked about too. Which is, you do hear these dudes coming through now talking about how much they love the dark skinned sisters. They love the chocolate sisters, right? They love sisters with their natural hair, right? And, not saying that those are complete lies, not saying that those are things that just are not even fathomable to be true, But it's like, those are great things, but when it counts, where is it? Because like now it's kind of like after the fact. It's like, well, where was it when Jodie was like looking? And then some people come through and say, well, Jodie wasn't looking for brothers to begin with. Jodie wanted a white zaddy from jump. And I don't know. That could be true. That could be something that's true. Like, Jodie just was like, nah. She just wants, white daddy, a snow daddy, a cave daddy, and she ain't want a black daddy. And that could be true. But, we don't know that for sure, but we are making assumptions, and we are making assumptions and not giving her the benefit of the doubt. And, I don't know if we really have evidence to say that. Oh, she never wanted a black man to begin with. And as well, just in general, I don't think we even have evidence to say that black women never wanted black men to begin with. But of course, that narrative is going to be pushed. That's going to be perpetuated there because it helps to avoid having real conversations and real dialogues about the way that Jodie Turner Smith and women like Jodie Turner Smith may feel in regards to, dating within the community, in regards to their treatment in the community, colorism conversations, of course, right? It's like those things that Jodie said, they won't be taken into account because she has made like social media posts in the past about, how she feels and how she's treated, as a darker skinned black woman by black people in the black community, right? And people will, dismiss Jodie's feelings, which is, not at all a surprise, right? That's pretty standard, right? And even if there's women who make colorism complaints that have never swirled, that have always been, down for the brothers, this, that, and the third, like, say, Kelly Rowland, she has made colorism complaints. And, when it comes to Kelly Rowland, they'll just throw some compliments her way and shut her up. That happens when it comes to women like Kelly Rowland in her situation. They'll throw her some compliments like, oh, I love chocolate. Chocolate is beautiful. Chocolate this, chocolate that. Everything chocolate, right? And that's how you deal with that. The Kelly Rowland types, right? The Jodie Turner types, on the other hand, they probably won't be as quick to do that, right? They'll more so come at her on a more aggressive tip, right? And that's just, unfortunately, in the black community, it's just really almost just in general. I think people in general, even black people, you know, even black women, even just love, really do love just to see a black woman get, dragged down the street, sliced and diced up. Just really, just very much just dragged, stomped in the ground, metaphorically speaking, of course, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that may even apply literally as well. So, yeah, that's something to think about too. It's like, you know, people love to see that shit. People love to see a black woman get dragged. The darker she is, the better. The better the feeling is when they see her drag. And that's sad. But that is reality, and you gotta be real about what's happening here. Um, so some people will say to like the colorism arguments, like level up, self-improvement, and those things are valid. Those things are true, and those things, I think we all should be leveling up and improving ourselves, regardless of, colorism or any other type of isms. I think we all should just be doing that regardless. But nevertheless, I do think that when it comes to colorism conversations and, darker skinned black women, it's just said as something to just shut darker skinned black women up, right? But when they actually do level up and improve themselves, like, what then? Like, it's either at that point, okay, it's either they're going to be looking for something, some sort of like you level up to get something, right? So they're going to be looking to get something that is worth them leveling up for, right? And sometimes when it comes to black women and leveling up, sometimes they end up having to, quote unquote, expand their options when it comes to dating, because it just seems like, well, they may feel like they've leveled up, and well, okay, when you level up, you're supposed to have more options, not less options. Right? Your options are supposed to improve when you level up. So long story short, where I'm getting at with that is like, the black men who may come through saying level up, to darker skinned black women, you may want to be careful about what you wish for, to an extent. But at the same time, well, those black men who are saying that may have not been interested in a Jodie Turner Smith anyway, right? Because they're, so color struck, right? Because, the white man told them that white was right, and they believed it, and anything close to white is right to them, right? And then, we'll just go blame the system of white supremacy and all that good stuff, while still indulging in colorism and still, you know, low-key defending colorism and sweeping colorism under the rug. That is a form of defending colorism. Avoiding colorism conversations. That is a form of defending colorism. That's a form of really defending the system of white supremacy that you claim to not like so much. You know, and colorism being an extension of white supremacy, and avoiding colorism conversations being, a defense of colorism. shaming people for having dialogue about colorism and challenging colorism and calling out colorism. That is defending colorism, right? So many. It's just, yeah, it's a lot, right? So, yeah, then folks were saying that, Jodie Turner Smith could have done better. Saying like, they felt like Pacey Joshua Jackson was, like she could have did better as far as like money and looks and whatnot, right? And perhaps she could have, perhaps, there's always somebody better out there, right? But if the dude was black, would people be saying, "Oh, she could have did better than that"? It'll no. And to be fair, I know that there's differences between black men and white men as far as like opportunities and things like that. And I think black women acknowledge that. But it seems like when black women are being compared to white women or non-black women, people don't want to acknowledge that, what black women go through versus what non-black women go through, and how non-black women can behave versus how black women can behave. Very much don't want to recognize, the biases and the, marginalization and the um, discrimination that goes on. Right. But yeah, unfortunately, that's nothing new. No, no. But overall, to give my personal opinion on this situation, okay, congratulations to Jodie and Joshua. Good for them. If they found love, good for them. You know, I think Jodie is pregnant as well. I remember hearing that. I think hearing that she was pregnant. So if so, congratulations to them. Um, but yeah, of course, I think we would all love that, our black people, all of our black people find love within blackness, of course. But, sometimes that's just not an option. Sometimes that's just not um, doable, you know? And there's a lot of different reasons for that, right? But nevertheless, I think, yeah, I'm just thinking about, is there anything else I can say about this situation here? Right. Hmm. Oh, yeah, another important thing I want to talk about in this whole situation is black women's reaction to Jodie Turner Smith. As usual, this ain't no surprise either, right? The man means to pick me the mules, the undercover trannies, all right? That's what I call those black male identified women, like undercover transsexuals, transvestites, trannies, what have you. But yeah, some of them want to come through and drag Jodie Turner Smith too, and low key make a comparison between Jodie Turner Smith in themselves and making themselves seem like the more pro black one, the one that's down for the brothers, down for black love, right? Very much just barking at the top of their lungs for a pat on the head and a Scooby snack. Like, you know, Jodie's a Bedwench. Right? Yeah. And considering that black women, I think black women should be aware of what black women go through when it comes to, the dating scene and inside the community and whatnot. Seem like they should be the one who would be the more sympathetic to them, considering that black women know what other black women go through. Most seemingly should know what black women go through. But some black women ain't trying to hear that. Some black women are very much, again, black male identified. So that's why you see this type of behavior that comes about, because, that's what happens when, you tend to identify as, you know, something that you aren't necessarily, right? But yeah, this is just another one of the ways that black women fuck up, right? Again, there should probably be a series about, when black women fuck up. Volume 1. When black women fuck up. Volume 10. When black women fuck up. Volume 100. When black women fuck up. Volume 1000. Let's write an encyclopedia about black women fucking up. Volume A. Volume 1. A through B. Volume 2. Right? But, this is why, black women are just going to end up stagnant, ending up in the same situation that they're in as a collective. Because it's just like, you know, black women, I don't know if black women are really down for black women. Or, again, I think it's the black male identified situation that is causing a lot of the issues between black women, right? And when it comes to situations like these. But yeah, I do find it funny that some of these same dudes will talk about bedwenching and going on Joni Turner Smith, but these same dudes will date the light skinned chick or the mixed chick or the non-black chick or the white chick and stuff like that, though, right? Like they'll date like the offspring of interracial relationships, or even someone who looks like the offspring of an interracial relationship, even though they may not be an offspring of an interracial relationship, right? So, that's a little hypocritical, right? But I guess maybe they prefer like the offspring to come from like a black man and non-black women or whatever, versus black women and non-black men. And, it may just be for them, you know, an easier situation, right? Because when they raised by their non-black mamas, they're gonna be pushovers. They're gonna just take anything. They're gonna be welcome mats, welcome mats. But when they're raised by their black mama, they're gonna pop off. They're gonna let you know what's up. They ain't gonna let you walk all over them. Because a strong black queen raised them, right? Versus like these weak, you know, white, non-black women, mixed women, light skin, weak ass light skin, mixed women too, right? Like that April Jones chick, right? I'm like, I swear, like her theme song is like, like, she sucks, she fucks, she sucks, she sucks, she fucks, suck, 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 fuck, fuck, fuck. April is a big asshole, right? It's just, and she probably could have. She didn't have to go down that route. I know she's not the best looking thing ever, the best looking woman ever. She probably do got that, that light skin, biracial, female complex going on, right? When they just feel like they just gotta be a wild and out of control, right? Because they just, so hungry and thirsty for niggas to pay them attention and, whatnot. But yeah, that whole situation's crazy, right? But that's what you get for thinking just because it's exotic, it's erotic, and that's all that it matters, right? Right. If we could get like half this energy that black men put toward toward Jodie Turner Smith, toward other black men who swirl in the industry, we probably could have a stronger community, you know, because we would be holding people accountable for, stepping outside the community, having children outside the community, wanting to bring their children back into the community after they had them outside of the community, and, guilting the black community into accepting their children as being 100% pure black children, even though they're biracial and they're part black, and they may even have some anti-black sentiments of their own, and they may not want to be identified as black, right? You know, think about that for a minute. But no, no. These dudes like being a nigga dick fetish, fetish, right? Right? You know, they like being a dirty little secret. They like being you know, just low key, very much pick meism. Very much pick meism. Like, very much, wanting some white or non-black validation, right? And, being, a nigga dick fetish is a way to go about it. And that's all. They just want a pat on the head and a Scooby snack from Becky, from Selena, from Kim Woo and Chong Lee too. That's all. You know. Maybe Selena might, cook you up some tacos or a burrito. Maybe Kim Woo and Chong Lee might give you some, egg rolls, some shrimp fried rice, some egg foo young, You know, maybe Becky might buy you some Starbucks or something. You know, who knows? But I'm going to bring this video to a close. All right. So let me know what you think in the comment section about this all. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now. Peace.